LinkedIn. So let's see. Where's the LinkedIn? I'm just checking on my phone. Just checking. Wow, so it's 10 p.m. there. Wow. Here we go. Okay, so somebody just clicks a join a button. And it's loading. Yeah, we're live on LinkedIn. Cool. So
Should
nice.
we wait?
Okay, cool.
Should we give everybody about 3-5 minutes to join?
Okay. No, that's cool. That's great. We can do that. Nice. Oh, this is perfect. Cool. Right. So yeah. So wait, you said you're in Seoul, right? Which city are you in?
That's right. That's right. In Seoul. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I'm on LinkedIn also. I'm checking this.
Nice.
Okay, I see it's live. Interesting.
Nice. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So we just wait for a bit and then we can start. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Cool. I see Eckhart is here. Thank you, Eckhart, for coming through. Yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff. Please share on your profile as well so that more people come through. Thanks, Eckhart.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna start in say 3 minutes or so.
Yes.
Just giving a chance to anyone who will join an opportunity, and then we start from there. Nice. So there's Eckhart. He says, "Good day, everyone," and yeah, let's do what we do.
I don't know how to share it on LinkedIn, so
Hey,
wait a second. Let me.
you'll have to use your phone or something else, a different device to
Oh,
comment.
really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just give me a second then. Just give me a
yeah.
second. I'll be back.
Okay, cool. Great stuff. Sure.
All right. Should we get started? Do we have enough people?
We can start, and I think the people that will join or who watch later, it's fine. They can always watch later. But yeah, we can start now.
Okay. Sounds
Cool.
good. All right.
All right.
So hello everyone. My name is Tyler Sahib. I'm the CEO of SkalePLUS. We help startups accelerate and grow across borders. And today we're here because we want to talk about a very great opportunity for startups and specifically African startups to enter the Korean market, raise funds from Korea, and find customers, partners, and perform POCs, and enter also probably the greater Asian market through Korea. I'll talk and share more information about the program shortly. So let me share my screen, and do you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, very good. So before I get started, I want to talk about the program name. The program is K-Scouter. It's an acceleration program. This program is for international startups, and today we're introducing it to the African startups that are interested in the South Korean market, and as I said before, the greater Asian market through Korea. As the CEO of SkalePLUS, I want to let you know that we are an official partner of the accelerator who is actually organizing the program. So let's get started. So why startups are looking at Korea? Why Korea is a good place, or I would say an excellent place to do business and expand to. So Korea offers tremendous opportunity in terms of investment, in terms of business, and a thriving startup ecosystem. That startup ecosystem consists of a lot of funds, grants, VCs, accelerators, and a whole bunch of infrastructure that's designed for growth and acceleration. Also, as you guys know, Korea is the home of very successful and industry leading companies such as Samsung, Hyundai, LG, and others. And having these companies here just an indication of how advanced the infrastructure is in Korea. And that also indicates that you can make great partnerships with very mature companies. Combining the first item or the first point I mentioned with this, you can tell that Korea's infrastructure is also including digital complexes that are across the country, with a lot of incentives for companies to start business in different regions. Also similar but different is the infrastructure for the startups that they can be utilized, such as technology, fast speed internet, and smart infrastructure. This all can be utilized and accelerate the growth of your startup. Bringing your technology into Korea and probably advancing it with partnership of very advanced tech, big companies or small startups is a very good way to accelerate the growth of your company and your technology. So definitely this is the right place to be in terms of advancing your technology as well. As I mentioned before, that Korea is a great gateway into Asia. When you come to Korea, secure funds, secure partnerships, and create a stable presence in one of the most thriving and advanced markets in Asia. It's much easier for you to enter the broader Asia. And me personally, I've seen a lot of also Korean companies expanding into the Asian countries very much easier than other companies that don't have presence in Asia, or particularly Korea. I was a few weeks ago in Vietnam, and I saw that there's so many Korean companies that are actually operating in Vietnam as well. So for you guys to also have presence here will enhance your chances of actually being able to enter and penetrate other markets in the broader Asia region. Just to talk a little bit more about the Case Counter program itself, first I want to talk about who backs this program. If we look on the right-hand side of the slide here, you can see that I have it's government backed. Yes, it is funded and backed by the Korean government, presented by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups. It's also managed by Korean Accelerator with the name the Innovators, and SkalePLUS is the case counter partner for the innovators. This program is international focused, so the program is looking, and we are looking for startups that are innovative, international startups. So we're definitely looking for international startups that are not based in Korea. They're looking into expanding into Korea. So I'll leave the third point to later until I actually describe what an international startup will probably gain, or what will the Case Counter program will provide. So through the Case Counter program, we do the scouting. We look for innovative startups that are interested into the Korean market. And once we get them into the program, they will have access to the Korean ecosystem. And through the program, we will do a lot of investor meetings, corporation meetings, accelerators meetings, and accelerator activities that actually accelerate your growth into Korea. Some of these activities are product market fit, understanding your particular product, and giving you a roadmap on how to localize it and the things of that nature. We will introduce you to the government grants and programs and to a wide spectrum of partnership opportunities, whether with small, medium, or big corporations / companies. And we will do a lot of market expansion activities related to legal and other things that we'll talk about in the next slides. But also, you will be provided a recommendation. Once you're into this program, we'll be provided a recommendation letter. And that recommendation letter will be issued by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups. This recommendation letter will allow you to get a special startup visa in Korea, which we will issue to you through the embassy in your country. And that brings me to the third point here that I delayed a little bit. Once you have that recommendation letter, this serves as your gateway to many other opportunities in Korea, because it's your trust certificate from the government. Whether, during the program or post the program, you're approaching companies and entities in Korea, that will serve as your certificate of trust. Also, when you apply to future funding opportunities, and if you communicate with VCs as well from Korea, having this will make everything easier for you. And from government programs perspective, when you have this recommendation letter, you will receive extra evaluation points when you apply to future programs as well. So, having just the recommendation letter on its own is a very is an advantage. Now, I want to talk about the things that startups will gain. I kind of touched on them a little bit in the previous slide, but now I will talk a little bit more in details, and probably maybe divide them into 4 categories. The first category is the access to opportunities, and that includes funding, VC, grants, big corporation, small businesses, uh, doing proof of concepts and pilots, forming partnerships, meeting potential customers, and creating stronger relationships with entities local to Korea, and advancing your own opportunity here. Things that could take you probably months to do and a lot of money to do, you can do it through this program much faster and with zero cost to you. The other category is the market entry support. Everything is tied and related. However, each category is slightly different than the other. So when we talk about market entry support, as I mentioned before, we talk about product market fit, learning about your product, then actually introducing you to legal and compliance insights from professionals, lawyers, and other professionals related to giving advice related to tax and other related topics, allowing you to actually know how to bring your product here, how to localize it, and we help you not just with the how, but we help you actually with the execution as well. One very important aspect is, after the issuance of the recommendation letter, we will help you issue a special startup visa, and the name special is real. It's not issued just to everybody. It's just to selected people who go through rigorous filtering, and by being selected through this program, you will be issued the recommendation letter and then the special startup visa, which allows you to also live in Korea if you choose to. But one of the also cool things, you can actually also enter Korea just with the automated gate at the airport, which is actually very cool and fast. So this is also one of the benefits of having the visa, in addition to the other things that you can do from a business perspective here in Korea, just by having the visa as a founder. Also participating at COMEUP and participating in the demo day at COMEUP. So let me talk about COMEUP. COMEUP is a yearly event or startup exhibition that takes place here in Korea. It used to take place around November. Since last year or the year before, if I remember correctly, it started taking place in December. And it's a 3 days event. You will be able to exhibit and showcase your startup, your product at that event in a booth, free of charge, of course. And as I said, you will participate in a demo day that's inside that big exhibition. And in that demo day, because you're a K-Scouter, we're going to have a K-Scouter demo day. And in that demo day, there will be, of course, investors and VCs from here and from abroad, as well as government officials from the Ministry of SMEs and Startups. So it's a really good place to be. And, having participated in that personally and helping other startups participate, you won't only gain local exposure by participating at COMEUP, but there are participants from all over the world. So if you really use the opportunity properly, you can make a lot of partnerships and connections with other companies and entities that are related to your business from other countries as well, not just from Korea. So it's a really great place to be. The Korea ecosystem access is where, when you come to Korea, maybe something I haven't mentioned. So this program is going to be a hybrid program. The first portion, few months, going to be online. So we will be conducting a lot of the meetings, workshops, and acceleration activities online. And then there's going to be a in Korea program, and that will take place during the COMEUP time frame. It will be in Korea for about 10 days. The COMEUP is 3 days. So the Inside Korea program will take place and will be a continuation of what we started online together. In addition to new opportunities and other workshops and introductions, one-on-one meetings. And if you had made some good progress during the online program and the partnership is actually growing, we could be entering a proof of concept, and we'll support you throughout the process. Also, the tickets to come to Korea will be supported and paid for by the accelerator as well. So you won't have to pay for your tickets to come to Korea. Also, you will be provided a co-working space. Of course, you're all busy running companies, and you need also some time to work and meet with your team online as well. So we'll provide you good place, co-working spaces to actually work and get your things done. Something I haven't mentioned is that we're going to also support the business registration in Korea. So we will support the process from A to Z. Cost-wise, there might be partial or full support for the registration as well. So, when you leave Korea, if you leave, if you decide to leave Korea, because it's really nice here, you will have very good connections. You'll have your entity set up, your legal and everything figured out, in addition to the connections that you need, and our support post the program as well. So we will not leave you after the program. Not us, not our partners, not the ones that are there to support the growth and continuation of your business in Korea. I don't know. I think it's good to make it a little bit interactive. So if you guys have any questions up until this point, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions before I continue to the next slide.
Okay, so Tyler, thanks very much for this really comprehensive overview of the program, the Case Scouter program. So in terms of the stage of the startups, should they be early stage, growth, scale-ups? Where exactly should they be in their growth trajectory?
Of course. So we will talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Okay. So the startups can be actually any stage. It doesn't matter, as long as they have some traction and a strong reason for expanding into Korea or doing business in Korea. But the company should be registered within the past 10 years and should be in the tech/deep tech business. So whatever the sector is, as long as it has tech elements to it, deep tech elements to it, it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe when you say deep tech, let's say I come up with a vibe coding app that does HR analytics or something like that. Is that considered deep tech? What is deep tech, maybe?
So maybe, just to make it more simple, I would say new technologies like AI, cybersecurity, blockchain, Internet of Things that are very innovative. They're new industries, and not necessarily new industry, but new technologies. We apply them into any industry, really. It could be like smart farming, and you're applying new technology to it and something innovative, and it'll be eligible. But again, it has to be within the company should be established within the past 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay.
definitely not
And
older. So this actually tells you that, you know, they're looking
mm,
for companies that are, you know, still growing and but they have some accomplishments.
mm,
Yeah.
wow. And this company can be from anywhere in Africa, all the 54 countries. Are there
That's
any
right.
restrictions
That's
for
right.
any
No, no
54?
restrictions for country. As long as you don't have presence in Korea already, then you're
Mm,
welcome to apply. And I encourage you guys, if you apply and submit your applications, to contact me when you submit your application, so I can review your application more carefully.
mm. How do they get in touch with you so that at least people know exactly which
Sure.
email or yeah.
Sure. So I will go through how the application works and the contact
Okay.
information as well. So let me, if you don't have any more questions, I will continue with the presentation. Okay. So so you know, one of the questions might be, you know, and this is something we discussed, who should be applying, right, to this program. I just mentioned who should apply, but I'll go over it more quickly. Really, any startup in deep tech or new technology that's interested in Korea or the broader Asian market through Korea. If you have innovation in what you're doing, and if you're looking also for investment partnerships, grants and opportunities that you can get from Korea, then you're the right startup to apply. Uh, the program really loves B2B startups, but that doesn't mean you need to only be B2B startup. But B2B, it gets higher points. Um, so why now? We talked about why Korea is a good place to actually bring your startup to. We touched on the program, we touched on some of the timelines, but I think also focusing on now is important because it could be later, or can it be later? Can it be like 5 years later, maybe? Or would it be, would it have been better like 5 years ago? I think that question comes along a lot, but now is important because there is a new vision that actually um, was started and being implemented now. It started about 2 years ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but not longer than that. So sorry. So the vision is Startup Korea. And Startup Korea vision is main goal is to make Korea as the uh, startup nation, the innovation hub, the international innovation hub of the world. And to do that, they came up with this vision along with the four main pillars that actually uh, make this vision come true by doing regulatory innovations, by actually bringing global talents into Korea. What I mean by global talents, international talents from different countries. They created the Startup Korea Fund to support more international startups that actually come to Korea and to support startup growth in many other ways. So the government has this vision, and they're in the process of implementing this vision. And because they're still implementing it now, there is all the support you can get, whether by funds, grants, access to ecosystems, to infrastructure, you name it. So the train started moving, and it's best to hop on the train before it reaches the destination, because when it reaches the destination, it will be too late for you to join. And I think, me personally, I believe that this is the right time to come to Korea because of all the support available, and because the vision is still being built and hasn't reached its peak yet. And it's good to be here when things are being implemented. So when it's in the peak, you're already there at the top. All right, so this brings me to the conclusion. So I'll just recap the application period. So the application has been open since June 10. It will close July 10. As I mentioned before, it's a hybrid program. There will be an online program from August to November, and a Korea visit in December for about 11 days. And the tickets will be paid for. There will be 8 startups selected from different countries, but really not, the focus is on the tech more than the country. So I don't know, will we see 2 startups from the same country? I don't know, we will see, but that's not going to be a problem as long as it's competitive with the other applicants. In terms of tech and in terms of why Korea. So I hope I can see you in Korea. 4 questions. This is the official email address and WhatsApp number if you have any questions, but I'll also share my personal information as well with you, and you can also contact me via WhatsApp or via email as well. So this is the official one. You can also contact this general number or email for any information you may have, or any questions you may have about the program. So now I want to use the rest of the time actually to go over the program application. So once you actually visit the program,
Tyler, can I jump in quickly? There are just some comments maybe we can deal with before we move on to the proper application process.
Of course.
So we've got Onalena who says, in case I missed it, how long is the program?
Oh, the program starts from August 10 to December 11. So the online program starts in August to November. So that's going to be online. And then in Korea for 11 to 10 days in December. That's going to be offline. The offline program, as I mentioned before, we will pay for the tickets for you to come here to Korea.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we have a user who says that India is now the world's 3rd largest startup ecosystem with strong capabilities in AI, deep tech, SaaS, fintech, space technologies, and stuff like that. So does K-Scouter have a dedicated strategy or roadmap to engage in Indian startups? And how do you see India fitting into Korea's innovation and market entry ecosystem over the next few years?
May I ask, is the startup Indian?
That's what they said.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. We already have some partners actually in India that are actually doing sessions like this also in India. So nice. Definitely. And I personally know a lot of Indian startups who came here through government programs or without government programs. They were studying here and they joined some programs here and they're growing in Korea. So definitely, the program is open also to Indian startups for sure.
Nice. And then a comment from Ashibat says, hello, Tyler, really interested and looking forward to it. So we encourage Ashibat to actually go in and apply. Then
sure.
Dr. Tabi Molete says, how can you be a startup and have 10 years as well? Sounds like a contradiction.
How can you be
maybe that's a different.
How can you be a startup if you're 10 years old?
Yes.
Actually, just to kind of give more details. So the government definition is if you are in deep tech, you could be established within the past 10 years. Okay. If you
Okay.
are just tech, not deep tech, then you should be within the past 7 years. But honestly, with this program, some of those who are a little bit above startups can also apply, right? Because the goal is actually to help those companies that already have traction of a kind in their country and willing to expand and do more in Asia or in Korea, or use the opportunities that Korea has to offer. We want to help them with that. So definitely a startup that has some traction, some business going on, and our mission is to accelerate it and bring it to Korea and to Asia.
Oh, nice. And then the
So
last question
sure.
says, should I decide to stay in Korea, how long does the visa allow me to stay?
Okay, so good question. Actually, once you get this recommendation letter, we will help you, we'll send you this recommendation letter, we'll send you all the instructions, and we'll contact the embassy with you. You will get the visa for 6 months at the embassy. But when you come to Korea in December, we will take you to the immigration office and we'll extend it to you for an extra year and a half. So in total, you're going to have 2 years first shot.
Nice. And then the extension wise, and because I'm creating a company there, so how does that work?
Yeah, the extension usually, depends on your business activity. So if you prove that you're actually doing something, you're making progress, you can extend it.
Nice. Okay. No, that's good. I think you can move on to the next one, and then we'll look at any other comments as they.
Yeah. No, thank you guys. I really love it when I receive questions because I really love interactive sessions. Do you guys hear me well still?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I lost you. Okay, so when you click, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to send the application link. I don't know if we have a chat section here. Yeah, I'm going to, oh, sorry. Let me just copy this. I'm going to put the application link here just in case you haven't caught the QR code. So once you click that link or scan the QR code here, you will come to this page on SkalePLUS, and this page will have more details about the program. When the timelines of the program, what is the program, the eligibility, more information about the activities and benefits, and more details. And also there's a booklet here that you can actually download and read more about the program. And this booklet is also produced by the accelerator itself. So you can definitely go through it in more detail. And from there, you click apply now, you will end up into a different page at the accelerator's website. And the form is very simple. So I'll just go through it very quickly. It consists of 5 simple steps. The first step is the company name, so I'll put mine. Where's your headquarters? Let's say South Africa. If you have a website, it's best if you do. The year the startup was founded, you put the year and your stage. If you raised funding, how much, and the industry or other. So I'll just say the business model, and then you move on to the next step. Then your name, full name, obviously. And then you put your nationality and your email address. And this is my email address, guys, if you want it. SkalePLUS.com. And your phone number. So make sure to put your country code as well. For me, 821051391156. I'm going to actually copy my email and put it in the chat as well, just so you guys have it. Sorry. And then move on to the third step. You write a summary about your service, just enough to have the evaluators actually understand what your business is about. So some description. And here, talk about your traction. And that's it. You go to the next step. The next step here, it's really important, just indicating why Korea and why this is important to you at this time, for example. The type of customers you need from Korea, if any. So you indicate customers. And then if you're in Korea, hopefully you're not, because it is for international startups. So are you currently in Korea? You say no, and then move on to the next step. You add the link of your pitch deck. So you load it on Google Drive, I don't know, any other drive you have, and put the link here. Just make sure it's accessible by external entities. And later, you just say how you found about it. You just say startup webinar. This is a consent for collecting the information that you provided for the processing of your application. You check that and click submit. Once you click submit, you'll receive a screen saying that your application was successfully submitted. I'll go again. I'll give you my phone number just in case you want it. 82105139. Okay, so you can contact me on the WhatsApp app as well. Actually, this is wrong. Sorry. It's 550-139-1156. This is the correct one. Okay. And this is the official number or contact information as well. So you can choose to contact whoever you'd like to contact about the program. So if you want to submit the application, I encourage you to do it as soon as you can before the application last day, which is July 10th. So I'm happy to take any more questions from you guys.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. If there are any questions, just type them in, and Tyler will be able to respond. But if you can't, then you've got his email address, his WhatsApp number. You can get more information as to the mechanics of the program. As you know, South Korea has a very big part in the semiconductor industries, which are actually determining where we go with AI. And in terms of technology, we know it's a mature market. So as Africans, it'll be interesting. It'll be to our benefit to be able to go and tap into this market from a value exchange perspective, and learning and also growing, so that we can expand even outside Korea, coming back into our own countries. Okay, so yeah. I see two questions there. Onalena asks, he says, if the business has more than one founders, for example, two, do you provide visas for both of them or just one? Tyler? Tyler, are you still there?
Yes. Am I audible?
There's a bit of a feedback.
Okay, how about now?
Yes, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes. So it
so
says, yeah, go
visa
ahead.
will be, yeah, the visa will be for one, most likely. But when they come and you start doing company here, contact me, I'll help you.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. You are the fixer. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Then there's another question from Kelvin. He says, how many startups are they hoping to take in total? Um, is that
Yeah,
eight, as you
yeah,
mentioned?
there's going to be 8 in total for this cohort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nice. And then another question from Zintle says, if your business is still in ideation phase, is it fine to apply?
I wouldn't say it's not fine to apply, but I think there is, because you need to prove there is a strong reason for you to come here. If you have that compelling reason, then why not? If you have the reason and the technology, because as I
Mm,
mentioned before in the previous slide here, why Korea is doing this, you know, making Korea as the international innovation hub. And to bring innovation, you need to bring a few things. You need to bring
mm,
talented minds, and we talked about global talent, right? And a global
mhm,
talent can come in two ways. One of the ways is actually bringing talents as employees, right? They work for companies like Samsung, other semiconductor industry companies, and like SK and others, right? But
mm,
also another way bringing global talent is through startups, startup founders, right, and startup team, and these are the, so that's the core of it. So if you have the innovation and you show why Korea really aligns with your innovation, and that's probably the right place to build it, then I don't see why not.
mm, mm.
That
So maybe
can, yeah, go
uh,
ahead. Yeah, sorry.
as a remix to the question, because I think you mentioned that you need to show traction. So if you're
Correct.
at the ideation phase, what can you use as evidence of traction?
Well, this is the startup 101, right? So
Mm,
you can with your technology, you can, using your technology um, as the evidence that, I'm starting this, I want to start it in Korea, I have this compelling reason. So my
mm,
traction is that, mm, I've reached a few milestones, but they're not necessarily going to be the milestones that just all startups might necessarily have as in terms of users or things like
yeah,
of that nature, right? So you use
yeah,
other items as your traction
nice, nice.
items, right?
Okay. So then another question says, or is it a question or a statement? Let me see. Since 2019, working in the emerging technologies ecosystem, I've observed two distinct categories of founders. The first group excels at identifying opportunities, building products quickly, securing an exit, and moving on to the next venture. Their strength lies in execution and speed. The second group starts with a real world problem and builds solution with the potential for global adoption. Their focus is on solving meaningful challenges rather than creating products for a meaningful society. Okay, so I think this was just a statement. No question there, or it was just truncated, I'm not sure. Then the next question was, how does Case Scouter help founders bridge this commercialization gap? Beyond funding and market entry, what structured support do you provide to transform technically strong startups into globally investable companies?
Okay, so this program, as I mentioned, it will walk you through, or it will guide you through how to enter the Korean market, right? So we talked about
Mm,
traction. So you should have some execution capability proven already. So especially, for any startup, not just for this program, I think the founder is an important factor of any startup, right? Their capability of execution, of their capability of innovation, their capability of doing things, right? Because you could give any support to two or three different founders the same support, but each one will come up with a different result, right? So through the structured support that we're going to provide in terms of access to investment opportunities, funding opportunities through grants, legal compliance, and partnership opportunities through meetings with businesses, large or small, potential customers, compliance, legal, etc., etc. These are the tools. We'll give you the tools. We'll give you the expertise. We'll give you the localization, and we'll give you, along with that, we'll fund a few things like the business registration or the tickets to come here, and then we'll give you the recommendation letter, which will serve as your strong passport in the Korean business ecosystem, right? And honestly, if a startup is willing to, for example, flip their headquarters to Korea, so that's the caveat. If a startup flips their headquarters to Korea, so they're not going to only open a branch, right? Because one of the things they're going to do, you're going to open some entity in Korea. It could be a branch, it could be any other type, right? Or if you're willing to change your headquarters, also we can help you with that. But if you change your headquarters also, you can also benefit from programs in Korea that will consider you as a Korean startup. And once you are considered as a Korean startup, as a foreign startup or international startup coming into Korea, you'll get a lot of support. But also, if you flip your headquarters to Korea, you can get the flip support that other Korean startups receive, which means that also you can utilize government funding and government programs that actually take startups from Korea to expand to other countries on the government's, I don't want to say expense, but with the government support, right?
Nice.
Financially and through other means as well. So you can do there's a lot of, so see, here's the thing about Korea. Let me reword it. The government here, with the vision, they have a lot of funding and money that they're pouring into growing the startup ecosystem, whether by bringing international startups into Korea or by sending Korean startups outside of Korea. And there are two types of programs. And by integrating into the Korean startup ecosystem, when you come here through K-Scouter, you can potentially benefit from what we call outbound programs designed to support startup trying to expand as well. And the good thing about Korea is they're open to international startups and international founders receiving funding, receiving benefits, acting similar to a Korean startup in the ecosystem. And this is one of the very key benefits actually for Korea.
Nice. So does that include like tax benefits, tax incentives, and stuff like that?
Of course, there are tax benefits, and some of them are also regional, right? By city and by province as well. So once you come here, whatever you're looking for, we will help you identify and build your. And this is part of the program, right? So we will learn more about your business, about the things you care about the most. For example, the person asked the question cares more about tax incentives, right? So we will guide you as to where you will be saving tax. For example, in certain provinces, there are zero tax for startups that are founded by people of a certain age for 3 years. Zero tax, for example. So
Okay.
there are opportunities like this. So once you're in, you tell us what you need, what your business needs, and what are the
Nice.
things that fits you, and then we match you with that, and we work with you towards actually growing your business the way you also see as well.
Nice. Okay, so then we've got a question from Hotatso. Okay, so good day, leaders. Will there be a record of this session? Yes, definitely. You'll get a recording on LinkedIn. We're also going to try put it on the Acalytica YouTube channel, so it will definitely be available. We'll share even the YouTube link on the same chat on LinkedIn, so you'll definitely get it. Next question says that when selecting businesses, do you look at solutions that are somewhat missing in Korea? Or even if that business is already somewhat popular in Korea, it can still be selected? What's the selection criteria with regards to the needs of Korea, basically?
I think we're not necessarily comparing because we believe that everybody have their own vision and their own way of building things, right? And this is one of the advantages, actually. If you have some technology, it could be comparable to something already exists in Korea or something that can be integrated or be that either boosting something that Korea already has or something that Korea has can boost what you have, and we make that work that way. So I don't see this as something that would stop you from being selected, actually.
Oh, nice, nice. No, thank you very much, Tyler. This has been really, really helpful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I am personally going to register a company in Korea, definitely. It sounds like there's a lot that we could benefit from, even if we're not originally from Korea.
That's right.
So
That's right.
that's fine. And even South Africa, who beat you at the World Cup in soccer, you're still welcoming us. So that is quite good as well.
That's really
Right.
fun.
So yeah. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and I've added
Thank
your
you.
details on the LinkedIn chat, so
Okay.
everybody has access to your WhatsApp, email, and the application
Perfect.
website. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And if you have any more questions, please get Tyler, and he'll be able to help you with his team in South Korea. Thank you, and have a lovely day.
Thank you. I just want to thank you guys very much, and I really enjoyed the session, especially the questions. I really like interactive sessions like this, so I hope to see many of you here in South Korea very soon.
Sure. Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay,
Take care.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.